Now, debt-ridden Greece appears ready to accept its creditors' demand for more austerity measures, but the European leaders are ruling out more negotiations with Athens until after Greeks vote Sunday on whether to accept the financial restrictions in exchange for more bailout loans. And Prime Minister Alexi Tsipras says he is ready to accept most of Europe's terms for new bailout money after it missed a key $1.8 billion loan payment Tuesday to the IMF. Africa 54's Zoe Leoudaki has more on the country's financial woes.
Banks remain closed in Greece. People are still forming endless lines in front of the ATMs. And everyone is talking about Sunday's referendum. Greek citizens are being tasked on whether to accept or vote down austerity measures imposed by the international lenders. A Greek law professor says this is a calculated political move by Prime Minister Alexi Tsipras.
This government announcement raised a lot of nationalistic feelings, and it was based on this underdog culture that is prevalent in Greece, that says that Greece is always the victim of the shenanigans of the big powers.
The Greek government presents the referendum as an opportunity for the voices of the Greek people to be heard. Greek Prime Minister Tsipras says he will abide by the will of the people, but in reality, he has been prompting citizens to vote no. This is the actual ballot with a rather convoluted question. Should we accept or decline a proposal put forward by the international lenders on June 25th? This proposal has since been withdrawn. So what is the referendum really about?
Greeks are confused too, because this is after all a bogus referendum, because the question is a phantom question. There is no object for this referendum. And now the Greek people have to decide on a non-existing proposal, and at the same time, any result, it will lead to a dead end. Different kinds of dead end, but I cannot see how any kind of result will lead to a speedy and happy solution, to a happy end.
Aristidis Hagis believes the real issue at stake in the referendum is whether Greeks want to stay in the Eurozone and the European Union.
It's not easy to stay in the European Union when you leave the Eurozone. First of all, this is going to be unprecedented for a country to leave the Eurozone. The way that Greece is going to leave the Eurozone will create so many problems of different nature and different categories of problems that it's going to be extremely difficult to remain a part of the European Union, because there is a chance that Greece will develop into a kind of a European failed state.
Aristidis Hagis believes that the gap between no and yes is shrinking fast, especially after the imposition of capital controls at the Greek banks this week. Tuesday, thousands of people gathered in front of the Greek parliament in support of staying in Europe. But the situation is in flux. Whatever the outcome, this referendum will have long-term effects on the position of Greece in the world.